And welcome to another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge, bringing you the dark and dreary and sometimes silly truth of the hospital industry. I'm your host, Brad Burns, and today it's episode 95, Meatless, Eatless, Mental Mushroom Mondays. And this week's theme, the word of the week, is antithesis. The opposite, the contrary belief, the antagonist to your protagonist. This week we're going to be covering contrary beliefs along with the 80-20 Pareto principle of diet and exercise, addiction to drugs versus like sugar, the thought process of how each is viewed in our culture and one is not as negatively connotated as the other, regurgitation, things that go backwards, alternative medicine, all the dualities of medicine that I can cover in 4 episodes. And you may notice in the next 5 episodes or so, I'm going to start trying to get my stuff together in this silly little podcast show, and maybe even start trying to promote it around 100 episodes, maybe get some guests who are endowed health experts in their field. Who knows? Who knows what I'm doing? But I'm having a good time. Had a great weekend. Been on the lake. I'm exhausted. My head is jammed from riding this inner tube. It's one of those seated ones, so you're holding on with the grips on the sides, and you're just riding it like a little sled, a little bobsled, but just 3 apiece. 3 apiece on a fast lake, just bouncing. My neck feels all crooked and crunched. And because of all of that impact and all that high damage, I feel like internally, I wanted to take an aspirin today. I'm getting a little old. I'm going to be 30 this year. And I took the aspirin, and I've kind of eaten a little less because I was in a place where, we like to eat a lot. So really taking today's seriously. Meatless, Eatless, Mental Mushroom Monday. Taking a little, eating a little less, and trying to go as meatless as possible because I ate quite a bit over the weekend. But I took the aspirin because with all that jarring and jamming, you're upsetting your little buildups you may have, like little clots that are built up throughout your vascular tissue, which is why it's so important to maintain regular exercise, because if you do some kind of recreation just like once in a while, you can really put yourself at risk for shooting some of those clots out of their hiding places, and they can go to your lungs, your heart, your brain. That's called PE, a pulmonary embolism. Myocardial infarction or a heart attack is one that goes to your heart, your brain. It's called stroke, and they're all bad. You don't want to have clots shooting the wrong direction, contrary to their direction, their destination. So you maintain little exercise, which opens up your blood vessels and keeps them pliable, so there's not little caves where these nasty these little bats are trying to destroy your tissue. Oddly enough, circling that back in, the COVID is more of a vascular, and I've been on that energy. But I was screaming all kinds of crazy nonsense. I was absolutely mental. I was screaming about being some kind of wartime soldier and screaming, it's time, because I was with a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, having a fun time. I can hang. I inner tubed every time we were inner tubing. I was a tubing of the tubinist. So you take the aspirin to help thin the blood a little bit. It's not technically an anticoagulant. It reduces platelet aggregation, which basically makes your blood a little less sticky, which should help because, damn, I'm sore as hell. It's day 1, day 2 tomorrow. Let's talk tickers on Taco Tuesdays. I'm definitely going to be feeling the DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness, which it's like like surgery. You expect, or surgery or trauma or anything where you think the initial shock of it is going to hurt the worst. Like you get in a car accident and you think, oh man, it's going to be the worst pain. You get into the hospital, you wake up, you're like, man, I should be in the worst pain. And you're not just because you're kind of doped up, but because your body hasn't started to begin the process of healing and inflammation, which is oh, very, very painful. So the next couple days to weeks, it gets worse, and it's generally surprising to patients because, not a whole lot of people get that healing process and the general time it takes. And physical therapy, to those who've never done it, sounds so sweet. It sounds like like you're gonna go to a spa and they're gonna relax you and put you in a chair and give you a massage. But really, it's like chiropractic for the whole body. But it's like it's evidence-based practice, like range of motion for your whole body. Instead of you laying down, they're holding you and standing you up, and whatever affected limb, they're telling you to relax it, let it go. And you think you are, but you're not, because when ligaments and muscles are torn, they remain as rigid as a rock. And physical therapist is gonna crack that rock. She's paper, or he's paper to that rock. With that, I will let you go. I will see you all tomorrow on Let's Talk Tickers on Taco Tuesdays, and we will discuss further antithesis and the opposite of what you would expect. Thank you.